welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays with the Butterfly and myself. What's going on, folks? How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, great people. What it do Wednesday, right? Wisdom Wednesday. How's everybody doing? Say hello to us. We're gonna jump right into it because we have to get out of here today. So let's move right with it. Trent, what you gonna start with?
Um,
What's
if
going
you
on?
have a,
Anything happen? Let's start there. Anything you're working on?
actually, yeah, I didn't have time to prepare a scripture. I had picked up a new client, stroke client, and it went yesterday went longer than expected as far as into the evening. So I did some coaching on the stroke spectrum for the Some Call Me project for the stroke victims. I was doing a favor for a friend of a friend, so it's all worth it. All worth it.
What's the age of the person?
He's 54.
54.
He's 54. And I'm a stroke advocate, as you know. I guess the audience who know me know, but I'm a stroke advocate. And I try and walk people, not try, I walk people through um, their recovery and what have you. So I come in at the first stage of the recovery when it starts to walk around because strokes, having strokes is can be quite scary. It can be quite scary, and you know, and especially in the African American community because we don't know anything about it, but it happens to us a ton.
It's
So
also happening more often and at a younger age.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Do you think it's just stress, that or combination of
A
stress,
combination,
eating
a
habits?
combination of that, and I have my thoughts on why it's happening to younger folks so soon because of a certain shot that was given out about 7 years ago.
Oh,
That's just
I
my
did not think
thoughts.
about that.
Yeah, that's just my thoughts, but it's happened to a great number of young folks, and all on
Hmm.
all sides, whether it be African American or whether it be Caucasian or all sides. So I know some people
Wow.
who had taken that thing and didn't end up well for them. Didn't end up well for them. But yeah, I advocate for stroke victims, for people with different abilities. And tonight was a long one, but it was a good one because he got some clear understanding, got some clarity on his condition because they released him from the hospital with no information.
Hmm.
So my friend's mother was in disarray, stressed, you know, as she should be because that's her son. So he has a great support system. That's the key to it. His mother and his sister, because he's single, and
Hmm.
they have the means to take care of and make sure everything's straight. They do pretty good in life, but they had no knowledge of what's next. So that's where my friend called me in to try and coach him through
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, you know what? I've heard people, kind of here and there talk about the shot and some of the things that are happening to the people that,
Yeah, yeah.
I guess took the shot. Did you take it? I can't remember.
Not at all.
Okay. Okay.
And never had
Neither did I.
never had it at all. Never. I contribute my success to that to my ginger and lemon juice daily. Because it helps with it gives you a great strong immune system. If you consume it daily like that. So not even a common cold or anything like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah. But it was a
Um,
good session.
Trent, before we get too far in it, are you able to see? I see that there's a chat, one comment, but again, I cannot see it. Are you
Yeah, I
able to
see
see?
it. You can't open it. Let's see.
Can you pull it up? We had this problem last week.
No, I can't pull it. I don't see it there. I see the chat, but there's nothing in there.
We're gonna have to get them to look at that.
Okay, did you just send something
I
out?
put great morning, but just hoping that awake whatever we cannot see up out there, but nothing.
So there's three different chats here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new platform for the butterfly and myself. So we're still working through how to navigate this thing here, working through the navigational system here.
Right. So one of the things, the three you see is, of course, 1, 2 for you and I, and then one guest that is, I guess, has put a comment in the studio. And Candy or Tasha, if that's you, those are the regulars. If you'll just text us and let us know what platform, where are you listening from, that might help us as
Yeah,
we continue to grow. You guys, it is kind of is what it is, and we have to let it do what it do, but it does not stop the show
at all. Yeah, good
at
stuff,
all.
man. Real good stuff. Yeah, so I didn't have a chance to actually prepare a scripture, but let's go back to the.
I have something that I'd like to read.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so let me just start by giving you guys a little history of what's been happening. As far as that's bugging me, that not being able to see that comment. There's another one there. Um, gosh, how can I say it? Just as I think about my walk right now, and not that I've not been walking, but I feel like I'm on a. I won't say feel like I am on a different level of this spiritual walk, right? And so it's to the point where there's a confirmation, there's confirmations everywhere, even with the smallest things. um and it's not just with me, it's with conversations that I'll have, and I'll come back home. And for those of you who don't know me, or know my story, or books, like I love books. I love to read, probably sometimes too much. I could get caught up, and I'll have several books that I'm reading at one time. And I was looking for something this morning. It's probably in a different book anyway, but I'm going to come back to being busy. And that's one of the things I was looking for, but I can't find that one. Maybe next Wednesday. Distractions is what it was about, that we are so
Hmm.
distracted by so many things that rarely do we have time to sit with God. And I was out looking for another book, a journal. I wanted a journal, daily motivation book, that kind of thing. And it said the 5 minute, 5 minutes with God. And I thought, and I picked it up. I thought I would get it. And something just says 5 minutes, 5 minutes with God a day.
Uh,
Um, it's Candy. So I put it back because not only do I want more time, I need more time, right? But I just thought the mindset of the 5 minutes a day with our Creator, when I give so many other things and so many other people much more. And when it came down to it, for instance, my job, like I've had to make myself be intentional about, you know what? Work is over. It's done. This is some time you can spend reading your word, meditating, praying, um, something, right? More fruitful. And not that employment is not, but guess what? If I lost that employment, guess the first place I would run to? The Almighty God. The Almighty
exactly.
God. So I'm going to find that because it's in one of the books. I'm going to find it and share that one with you guys this week. But really quick, and let me check the message before. Um,
Let me piggyback on that. You know, we have to learn and to try to when we realize that we're being distracted. Hey, that's all it got, and keep it moving. That be whether it be with family members, whether it be with friendships, whether
hmm,
it be with whatever's distracting you at the moment from your personal journey. Hey, that's all I got, and keep it moving. No friction, no, you know, Nothing. Hey, that's all I got. I've learned to do that at this grown age. Hey, that's all I got. I'm not about to entertain you. It's a wrap. You know, when you're aligned with the divine, and divine will let you know when to say, "Hey, hold up, I got somewhere to go. I got somewhere to be." So distractions are distractions. I look at distractions and obstacles as opportunities to push on and move forward, like as a challenge. Like, can I get past this? You know what I'm saying? Like, can I keep moving without being deterred? You know, we're all on that freeway, man, but it's up to us to know which exit to get off on. So no one's perfect. Everyone's doing life, but sometimes you got to say, "Hey, that's all I got.
Say that again.
That's all
The
I got."
last part.
We're all doing life. We're all doing
Doing
life
life.
on this freeway, and we have to determine which exit to take. It's up to us. Discernment. If you harness discernment, you'll know exactly which exit to take. And be like, "Hey,
Are you
that's all I
speaking in
got."
reference to? And Candy, I'm able to see your text now. I have no
Hey,
idea
Candy.
what
Good
I
morning.
did, but I just kept pushing buttons and it's there. So I'll have to go back and visit that.
Good stuff. What were you saying then?
Is this in relation to the distractions and spending time with God?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. As far as distractions, like think about it, right? 5 minutes to God is like 60 seconds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably less than that, like milliseconds. So 5 minutes to us would be like, oh wow, 5 minutes. That's a long time to be meditating and praying, but it's really not when you think
No,
about it.
it's really not. It's
It's
really
really
not.
not.
It's really not.
Because honestly, man, like for me, like I meditate each morning at 5:15, and honestly, to me, when you think about it, after you say, spending time 5 minutes with God, I'm really cheating God, and I give him like 30 minutes, almost an hour of meditation. When you think about his time frame, because his time frame is infinity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I won't
saying?
read this because I know we got to jump off. But you made me think about something that I'll share. And I think I've shared it. I'm not sure if on this platform, but I'll share it again. Many years ago. In fact, Brandon was maybe 12, 13, and he's what, 38 now, something like
I
that.
remember this story.
But
Yeah.
a friend of mine, she had two boys. Um, and we were wanting to pray every morning, wanting to get up and find a church that we could go pray in the church, go to church. And it was very difficult, very difficult. We finally came across New Direction, and I can't think of the pastor's name. He's Spencer, Pastor Spencer. And
Hmm.
finally found them. They opened at 6 a.m., and it was a really big sized church, a lot of members. But there were only two people that showed up every morning outside of um, my friend and I, Melissa and I. We would go every morning at 6 o'clock, and it took a lot of preparation because we were single moms, um, had school and everything else, work, all that, right? So we had to really, really be intentional. I'll speak for myself. Like I made sure everything was ready the night before so that I could get up, fix breakfast. I'm out the door. I come back, do my hour of prayer, come back, pick Brandon up, take him to school, go to work every day for a year. And I mean, every day. And you all, life was as if I owned it without any work outside of going to pray. I had more day, more hours, certainly more peace. I had more money. There were literally times I thought I forgot to pay something because I would have more money in my account than I should have had, right? Period. Period. Um, and I'm gonna stop it there, and I'm gonna say, if God feels far away, if you feel just like you're going through the motion of life, stop spending 5 minutes with God And if we're really
Right.
honest with ourselves, let's just ask yourself, how much time are you spending? I shared with my cousin last night. I said, because she started to get in her word more now as well, and we don't talk as much. And I said, I kind of feel some kind of way. I've been dumped. You got you a new best friend, and I was joking, right? But I'm telling you, even the peace in her voice, it sounds like she's settling. That her spirit is settling. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let that's gonna be my wisdom Wednesday, y'all. Spend more time with God. Um, for some for someone that gives God no time at all, the 5 minutes would be a start. Certainly would be a start, but we're at a time where we got to catch up. And I get it, Candy. I get the 5 minutes, but I guarantee if that person would sit down and look at the minutes that they give in life,
Right.
that they have
What
more.
did Candy say? What did she say? What did Candy say?
She said, for someone that gives God no time at all, the 5 minutes would be a start. Um, yeah, and I get that. For me, you guys, I'm at the place where I won't. Matter of fact, maybe I should read this. We're at a time, and we're dealing with a time where people are, y'all. We're gonna need God in a different way. I'm telling y'all, we have no idea what's to come. We have no idea. My grandmother said, "You better know God
Well,
before you need to know Him."
yeah, I have to
And so, yeah, I
agree
get that.
agree
I
with
really do,
Candy.
and I certainly 5 minutes if that's all. If that's where you want to start, but I'm telling you,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna recommend
sometimes
that people push it forward.
yeah, let's be honest though. Everybody don't even have that type of patience. Say 5 minutes. So I'm gonna agree with Candy on that because if that's five
Everybody,
minutes
what?
all it, everybody don't have that type of patience. Everybody don't have that type of stillness in them. Like the average person won't even do 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I get what Candy's saying. I get what she's
yeah, I
saying
do get
because
what she's saying. At the same time, I'm gonna keep it real. Again, they have more than five. We all do.
yeah,
I'm
we
telling you, we
do, but
do, and that's what it comes down to. We got to be
the
hold
average
ourselves
person won't
accountable.
though.
For me, it
It
wouldn't
takes
work at this stage in my life. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, it takes a certain amount of you know mental toughness and a certain
Yeah.
amount of peace from within to sit still for longer than 5 minutes. That's like I give you an example. When I was working with this family last evening, um, they took his phone away from him because he was having distractions, right? And when you have a stroke and when you're starting your recovery, you cannot be under no stress from anyone or your surroundings. If your surroundings is toxic, that's detrimental to you because there's a possibility that you stroke out again. You know, high blood pressure or all this other stuff, distractions, or it's pulling you away from what you're focusing on, the lifestyle change. They took his phone away, a grown man. They took his phone away. But he's,
This was the young man you're working with, the one.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So he's in a situation and he's like, man, he can't even speak, because, strokes mess with your vocal cords and all this other stuff. So that's why it took so long because he was, working his way through speaking. So, like I was telling him, and he understands very well. Say, listen, man, I said, them taking your phone away, they saving your life because you don't need no distractions, no chaotic stuff, anything like the wrong question could set you off and you stroke out again. That's your entire nervous system, everything, you know, everything. So I get it. Even in a situation like that, he still wanted that phone. I'm like, that phone is not that important. Then your life, leave the phone
It's
alone.
like the situation we had over the weekend. We talked to the person that's having the issues,
Yeah.
and we were saying, no, you got to go cold turkey.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
that's what I mean by that. I get what you guys are saying about the 5 minutes, but we're at a time where we gotta hold ourselves accountable for just like we were telling that young man. No, you got you got
Yeah.
to let it do what it do. And I'm just saying, and I get it, because there was a time where I had more than five and gave none,
Yeah, and even
right?
in that situation, let's just be honest. Even in that situation, as we're working him through his situation over the weekend, we know what was going on the other end of that phone.
Right, right. I'm saying, but we were still saying, no, you have to, if you're going to do this, you have to go cold turkey.
Yeah,
There's no playing with it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right. And sometimes I believe if we push people, if we expect more from people, we will get more.
And here's the thing: to Candy's point, as we were telling him this, it didn't register. It didn't register because he was doing what he was doing. But
Right.
again, like some people just don't have that mental toughness, that with inward peace to sit still. And I'm not giving them a way out of that because we gonna hold their feet to the fire. But come on, you gotta work your way up to that point. It's very important that you work your way up to that point because time getting short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if God's asking for 5 minutes and you can't do five, what's really gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. For me, that's what I'm saying. Like for me, and then I'm flipping it back, challenging people to do the same. And again, I almost bought the book thinking, you know what, this would help um, me really be able to sit down and then think about it. I got all kinds of books here, so I probably shouldn't have been buying one anyway. But sometimes the start is small and it grows. Yep,
right.
sometimes. But sometimes I'm gonna push back, you guys. Sometimes the start is small, but sometimes that's because how we feel, right?
Right, right, right.
How we feel. And if it's small, then the longer it's gonna take, y'all. I'm just I'm
Hey,
just I'm just telling y'all that the peace that surpasses all understanding is on the other side of your spending time praying, meditating, holding yourself accountable for your create
I
to
gotta
be
get
to,
out of
to
here.
your relationship with God.
I gotta get out.
You got to get out of here.
Yeah, I gotta get out. I'm sorry.
What's happening this morning? You can't be putting Wisdom Wednesday second.
Yeah, I gotta get out. Now my driver's literally on my driveway.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get out. My apologies.
But Candy, yes. And Candy, I told you to let me get through last week and I'll give you a call. Today is Wednesday. Let's say Friday. Let's say Friday.
Okay, cool.
And we'll have this stuff figured out. I guess next week there was something we did to get you on and we'll figure it out. We'll play with it. But thank you. And you asked about the book. I think you're talking about the 5 minute, it was a devotional book.
Okay, cool, cool. Appreciate you guys for coming in for this short Wisdom Wednesday this morning. For all other Wisdom Wednesdays or anything on the platform, head over to Apple, Spotify, anywhere you receive your favorite podcast to subscribe. Wisdom Wednesdays, Conversation with Trend Friends, or Conversation in Prime Time with DJ Slash on any of those platforms. Just look us up. But we'll definitely be back with another Wisdom Wednesday episode
Hey,
on
Trent,
next Wednesday.
before you
Yeah.
close out, Big Al Sal says, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm gonna get out. I gotta get out because I really gotta get out. So you want to close with something, Tim?
Um, no, I'll save this and read it for next week since we got to go because it'll be too much.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha, gotcha. So until next Wednesday, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, man. WisdomWednesdays.riverside.com or in this season podcast on YouTube or Conversation with Trend Friends on YouTube. Just subscribe. You'll find us on any of those platforms each and
Trent,
every
you might have to go
Wednesday.
on because Candy just put a good message out here. So,
Go ahead, go ahead.
um, just a thought: what if the person that gives the five lives a life pleasing to God, and the person that gives an hour does not shine their light? What if? What if they don't? What if they do? I'm going to stand on it. I just think 5 minutes out of 24 hours a day with God is just too little.
So I
That's
tell you
me.
what, let's
That's just me. Pleasing or not pleasing?
why don't we pick up on that actual statement? Let's pick up on that either special Wisdom Wednesday, or we can come back this afternoon and pick up on it. That's totally fine with me.
Say, if we do what?
We could pick up on the next Wisdom Wednesday on her question, on her statement.
Yeah, we could certainly talk about it. I don't know if it's if we need to make it a full, 30
I mean, we could
minutes.
open it up with it.
Yeah. We could start there because it's
Okay.
to each his own.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna push for it. We need more God,
Yeah.
individually and as a whole. We need more God. The people, our ancestors made it through because they dedicated time, not to just pleasing God, but to having a relationship with God.
Right.
So,
Cool. So we'll definitely be back with another episode of Wisdom Wednesday next Wednesday. So until then, you guys have a wonderful weekend. You guys be safe out there.
all right.